Good evening and welcome to Chisum High School, where the Chisum Lady Mustangs welcome in the Paris Ladycats in a Lamar County duel on the volleyball court tonight. I'm Stephen Johnston. I'll be joined alongside Ashley Mack, a Lamar County volleyball legend. Thanks for joining me tonight, Ashley.
No problem, Steve. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. And so, of course, these two teams, not necessarily what you would consider rivals, as Chisum is out of the 3A ranks and Paris Ladycats out of Class 4A. However, Lamar County turning out tonight. The first two games, freshman JV, high energy, a couple of very close ball games. So I would anticipate very much the same, some bragging rights here in Paris, Texas.
Absolutely.
And with that said, let's get to some of the starting lineups tonight for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. For Chisum, you're going to have Destiny Bennett, Heidi Wheaton, Kennedy Ball, Logan Meyer, Jaslyn Smith, Caitlin Springett will be the libero, and Addie Bradbury rounding up the lineup for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. And for the Paris Ladycats out of Class 4A, District 14, you're going to have Audrey Del Toro, Carson Rancher, Riley Nelms will be the setter, Serenity Liggins, Cora Cass, Akaria Titus, and Abigail Harper will be the lineup for the Paris Ladycat volleyball team tonight. We've got about 2.5 minutes until our first set this evening. And Ashley, one thing that we want to take a look at is for this Chisum Lady Mustang volleyball team, they've had a phenomenal start to the year. They are 12-4. And most of those losses came in the Sanger tournament whenever they were playing 4A, 5A, and even a 6A opponent. Tell us briefly, why would a team go from 3A to play a tournament with competition that big?
Competition is exactly why they would do it. Getting ready for bigger opponents in their district. Rather than play in their district, they go play someone else.
Absolutely, and of course that will get you ready for when you go and face Lone Oak, Commerce, Mount Vernon, Prairieland, and Rains. So those bigger schools certainly help you get prepared. And you said that word, competition. That's something that Coach Alex Esch from the Paris Ladycats really puts an emphasis on, is that competition. It's almost like a work harder before you get started in district, so that perhaps the district competition doesn't seem quite as stout.
Yep. I noticed the Paris Ladycats had compete across their warm-up jerseys this morning, or this afternoon.
Absolutely. So with that said, we've got about a minute until we get this thing started. We're going to step aside, go to commercial, and when we come back, we'll get rolling here at Chisum High School between the Chisum Lady Mustangs and the Paris Ladycats here on Game Day.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
And we're back at Chisum High School, where the Chisum Lady Mustangs out of District 12-3A with a 12-4 record take on the Paris Ladycats out of District 14-4A with an 8-10 record. Both of these schools have played some very stout competition in their pre-district schedule. As a matter of fact, one of the first games that the Paris Ladycats played was against Aubrey, who is at the top of the state ranks. And so a great way to kind of get the feel, get the season rolling. And speaking of getting things rolling, this is the very first broadcast for Paris Game Day, and we are in its infancy, and we are extremely excited about what we can bring to Lamar County, to our four schools, Chisum, Prairieland, Paris, and of course North Lamar. And on Friday night, we will be out at R.L. Maddox Stadium, where North Lamar will play their first football game of the season against Whitesboro. We're extremely excited about that as well. We've gone through our starting lineups, and we have the teams on the floor, and they will run across and shake hands as done ceremoniously in volleyball. And Ashley, watching these teams warm up, what's a little bit of your takeaway from what you saw on the floor?
They look like they put in a lot of work already. At the beginning of the season, and they're already smacking some balls. I saw a lot of communication out there already.
And the Chisum Lady Mustangs have a great amount of length at the net. They're a very well-rounded team, very athletic. Coach Laura Nickerson talks consistently about, okay, just because we're in a rotation doesn't mean that a girl is necessarily out of position. She can still go to that next spot and be very productive, and that's why the Chisum Lady Mustangs have a 12-4 record on the season. Meanwhile, for the Paris Ladycats, very athletic. They're able to get to a lot of balls that maybe most teams wouldn't be able to, and that's kind of where they hang their hat. Not just a ton of height, but they do jump out of the gym, and that's what they like to do at the net. So, both teams on the floor. And man, I tell you one thing I love about like volleyball, softball, it's really big there too. Just a ton of energy from the ladies and a ton of lifting each other up. The celebrations are always fun and entertaining as well.
Absolutely. I've always noticed, back when I was playing, Paris always had the most spirit.
There you go. Right out of the gate, Kennedy Ball off the mark with her serve. Point goes over to the Paris Ladycats, and it'll be Riley Nelms. Service for Paris. Set and a hard hit blocked back towards Chisum. Little miscommunication on the other side, but able to get it over. Just not able to get that third hit back over the net for the Paris Ladycats. And we're knotted at 1. It's good to see some of the other students, a couple of Paris football players walking in to support their classmates. Service from Chisum back over for the Paris Ladycats. And what'd you see there, Ashley?
Looks like number 3 on Chisum, Heidi Wheaton, was in the net.
And that's why I brought you along. Like I said prior to the broadcast, you know, in volleyball sometimes whistle blows, they stop play, and I'm not always entirely sure why. So we brought along an expert. Clary Beard with service over towards the Paris Ladycats, and point goes to Paris. A little bit of a slow start for Chisum here in the first set. It'll be Beard once again. Set right outside, and point back over to the Paris Ladycats. A 4-1 advantage. Talked about how Chisum has a little bit more length, but Paris definitely athletic, as this one's going to be out. And Paris with a 5-1 advantage so far as Beard continues service. Here's Nelms back across her body and a little bit too far that time on the hit from Harper. Point goes towards the Chisum Lady Mustangs, and the service will go over to Kyrie Dirksen. Dirksen, hot jump serve handled by the Paris Ladycats, and a big hit from the outside. Serenity Liggins, a player starting in a relatively new spot. Coach Esch told me that she moved her to the outside this game. Makes her impact immediately. This point's going to go over to the Paris Ladycats. What do we have there, Ashley?
The antenna is equal to the outline, so if it hits the antenna, it's out of bounds.
There you go. Timeout. We're going to step aside. 7-2 advantage to the Paris Ladycats. We'll be right back on Game Day.
My name is Montgomery Moore, and although we've changed our name to Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Paris, one thing remains the same. Our dedication to taking care of customers and supporting our community will never change. Whether you're buying a car or getting one serviced, you'll see the same friendly faces and the same taking care of people experience. Come visit us in Paris, Texas, and see why Paris trusts Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
And we're back at Chisum High School. Chisum Lady Mustangs taking on the Paris Ladycats. Back to the action with Del Toro serving for Paris. Back set for Chisum, and this one's going to find the floor. Had the standard in my way, couldn't quite see who hit that one, but she brought it smoking to the court. Service goes over towards the Chisum Lady Mustangs. A great start to this first set for Paris, but Chisum can get back into things in a hurry. Nice set, nice hit, handled in the back row by Beard, and then hit into the net. Point will go over to Chisum. And Ashley, whenever a team kind of gets ahead of you, you know, a 7-2 type of advantage, and you call a timeout, what exactly, you know, it's not the end of the world. A slow start is certainly something you can overcome, and timeout helps there.
It does. It gets in the head of the server majority of the time. It gives you a chance to breathe and realize being down isn't the end of the world.
Especially early on in the set. And just like that, 7-5. And then you nail one that's in the back of the court that's right near the line. Looked like Paris decided to kind of just let that one go, see if they could get the out call. Instead, it goes over towards the Chisum Lady Mustangs, and what do you know? 7-6 right back in this set. Nelms, back set, nice hit, rejected by Chisum. Set to the outside, and this one will go long off the hand of Addie Bradbury. Service will go back over to the Paris Ladycats with an 8-6 advantage. And Cora Cass, senior. The service goes out of bounds. And I always say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So whenever you get ahead early and you feel a team like Chisum kind of coming back. Nice block at the net, Riley Nelms. A phenomenal job getting in position and a phenomenal job of anticipation. (9-7). This is Serenity Liggins. Talked about her fresh move to a position on the outside. Nelms sets. Nice hit. But the point will go over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs. Bradbury serves. Set by Nelms. Big swing by Rancher, and it finds its way to the floor. And the Paris Ladycats trying to weather that storm from the Chisum Lady Mustangs. As Lila Severson, also brand new to the Paris Ladycats, brought up from the freshman team. And Chisum unable to return her service. Like we said, Paris Ladycats get off to a little bit of a hot start. Chisum starts to battle back, and now it looks like Paris weathering that storm. Yeah, Bennett trying to get a hard hit. Falls into the net. 12-8 is the Paris advantage. Great diving dig that time from Severson, the freshman. And it's a play like that from Severson that kind of explains for Coach Esch why you moved that player up.
It sure did. She looks to be holding her own out there.
And this time, a little bit of miscommunication right as we say that, as Severson and Liggins kind of get tangled. On the other side, Ball with the serve. Nelms sets. And this time on the back row, Springett saves it for the Chisum Lady Mustangs, and a battle at the net. Springett pops it in the air. And a big swing from Rancher, and a great block on the opposite side of the net. Looks like that was Bennett. This is a very tight first set, and you can feel the intensity starting to pick up.
Looks like the line judge called touch, and he's going to go with it. Looked like the block touched it.
And initially, that was not the ruling, and then a little bit of advocating from the Paris Ladycats. Usually you don't win them, but this time they did as Nelms knocks this one into the net. And so far, even though we're only in the first set, this is going pretty well, exactly as you would anticipate. So this one's going to go down as an ace for the Chisum Lady Mustangs, and we've got a tied match here in the first set, 13-all. Smith serves and Paris returns. Nelms just gonna pop it on over. Back set, and a great job at the net. Looks like that was Titus.
Looks like a block from Wheaton on Chisum over there.
Yeah, I've got the standard kind of obstructing my view of that front row, but I tell you, Titus went up and made a big swing, and Wheaton went right up there with it. Perfectly timed, really, by both ladies. But that ball's got to fall somewhere.
Ooh, big swing.
Big swing and another block at the net from Chisum, and then this time just can't get that downward motion on the swing from Harper. It ends up going long, and now Chisum is in a groove. Smith serves, and a big hit, but taken care of by the Chisum Lady Mustangs, and you can see just why they're having the early season success. They take a 16-13 lead over the Paris Ladycats. We'll be right back on Game Day.
Ready to rep your school and your wallet?
I'm here to open a student account and score that sweet school debit card.
With no monthly fees, mobile banking, and a debit card that shows your school pride, our student account is built for your game plan.
Get in the game. Open yours today.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
Point's going to go over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs after the break. And ever since leading 7-2 to start this opening set, the Chisum Lady Mustangs have settled in, called a timeout, fought back, got back in it. Paris Ladycats made a brief little run, and then it's been all Chisum ever since. Nelms sets, and Chisum returns. That was a fantastic dig on the back end by Bradbury to give the Lady Mustangs a chance to return the ball, and Paris Ladycats unable to handle it, and now 5-point lead here in the first set. Smith continues to serve. Nelms just going to push it over, and I'll tell you what, that's pretty clever.
Got that setter dump kill.
Setter dump kill. So I would have never known that term. Setter dump kill. So every time prior to that, she has set up a hitter.
When she just throws it over her shoulder like that, they don't expect it.
18-14 is our first match here, first set. And that's a big hit on the outside, but just long. We'll have a rotation as now serving for the Chisum Lady Mustangs, Kyrie Dirksen. This one will be long and out. Move service back over to the Paris Ladycats, trailing 19-15. Like we said, this is, you wouldn't consider this a rivalry, so to speak. This one's also going to go long. But regardless, you're playing someone in your hometown. They're your neighbors. They're the people that you hang out with, perhaps. And so there is a little bit extra to this game here tonight, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to make this our first broadcast for Paris Gameday. Not only did we know that it was going to be highly entertaining from that standpoint, but we also knew that these are two quality teams that are going to battle back and forth. Logan Meyer to serve for the Chisum Lady Mustangs here in the first set. And really having a tough time handling that one, Serenity Liggins. Point will go over to Chisum. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. We're going to keep it here for just a little bit while these two teams meet on the sideline. And Ashley, from what you've seen so far, like we said, Paris got out to a nice start, 7-2 when they called a timeout. You know what that conversation is like. Hey, the set's not over. It's just getting started. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly. Just buckle down and push through. And that's what she's probably telling them. They've got to dig deep right now to get back to get this win.
So as Logan Meyer awaits her team to get set. Nice serve, dug up from the back row for Paris. And a hard swing, but at the net there. Looks like it was Abigail Harper who was able to jump up. She'll check out in the rotation. Cora Cass, the senior, coming up to serve for the Paris Ladycats. A little bit of a back set. And just trying to get that bump to the front. And it catches the bottom of the net, and that's always going to make things difficult. 23-16, Chisum trying to close out this first set against Class 4A Paris. once again, that craftiness, you do something over and over and over, and then you change it up a little bit. They have really thrown some hard swings, the Paris Ladycats have, and then right when you expect the home run swing, they lay down a bunt, so to speak.
We got a net call. Looks like maybe 8 Jazz Smith in the net over there. There was also a block touch, so I think it was going either way.
So it'll be Liggins to serve for the Paris Ladycats, and kind of, if you're going to get back in this set, this is the time to do it. Nice swing from the back row by Liggins, handled by Chisum, and there's a hard hit from Bradbury. She's one of the leaders on this team. A young lady who gets it done on the court and in the classroom. And you always love seeing that from your student athletes. Here's match point, and there it is. 25-18, first set goes to the Chisum Lady Mustangs. We'll switch sides. We'll do it again when we come back here on Game Day.
Sorry you're under the weather, Susie. Here are those loan docs.
Oh, thanks, James. I'm so glad we didn't have to delay this closing.
Tissue?
Thanks.
Secure and safe loan closings, or take care of just about any banking task. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere. With RRCU's digital banking. Do you RRCU?
My name is Montgomery Moore, and although we've changed our name to Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Paris, one thing remains the same. Our dedication to taking care of customers and supporting our community will never change. Whether you're buying a car or getting one serviced, you'll see the same friendly faces and the same taking care of people experience. Come visit us in Paris, Texas, and see why Paris trusts Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Ready to rep your school and your wallet?
I'm here to open a student account and score that sweet school debit card.
With no monthly fees, mobile banking, and a debit card that shows your school pride, our student account is built for your game plan.
Get in the game. Open yours today.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
And we are back here at Mustang Nation. Chisum wins the first set, fell behind early, but battled back and absolutely dominated the back half of that first set against the Paris Ladycats. Riley Nelms will set up service to get the second set going. Nicely done, but handled by Chisum. Meyer sends it back over. And the Lady Mustangs come out and immediately,
They were contemplating.
yeah, they're kind of going back and forth on this one, trying to see, was there a touch? Was it out? And they're going to say it's going to go over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs, but this is why Chisum likes to play these 4A and 5A schools. They're very talented, great length, great discipline, good feet. That's one thing that makes an excellent defensive volleyball player, is keeping those feet moving. And they know that you know, maybe some of the lower level competition who may be plenty good in their own right. Playoff teams in Class 2A, 3A. Yeah, absolutely. Chisum maybe feels that they need the higher level competition to prepare for when they take on Lone Oak, Commerce, Mount Vernon, Prairieland, and Rains. As a matter of fact, Chisum Lady Mustangs will be in the Commerce tournament coming up this weekend, the 28th and the 29th. As Paris now finds themselves on the board here in the second set. So Commerce tournament on the 28th and 29th, and then they will begin district against Commerce on September 23rd. Paris Ladycats begin district on September 23rd against Pleasant Grove out of Texarkana. There's a big swing and a kill from Bennett on the outside. She'll take a seat as Dirksen rotates in. And a little miscommunication from the Paris Ladycats, and Chisum certainly feeling it now. One thing I always found interesting, just got her hand in the net, it looked
I think
like.
it was her foot. She went over.
Went over. There you go. One thing I always found interesting, kind of similar, if I can make another cross sports reference, like a free throw, everyone kind of has their own routine when serving. There's your own little routine of dribbling and spinning the ball, things of that nature to get you comfortable. Big hit, lands in the corner, and once again, that's Meyer. She's having a fantastic night tonight. And there's a timeout, a quick 6-1 advantage for the Chisum Lady Mustangs here on game day.
Sorry you're under the weather, Susie. Here are those loan docs.
Thanks, James. I'm so glad we didn't have to delay this closing.
Tissue?
Thanks.
Secure and safe loan closings, or take care of just about any banking task. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere. With RRCU's digital banking. Do you RRCU?
Back for the second set with Chisum holding on to a 6-1 advantage to start this second set. Dirksen sends it over the net. Nelms sets it up, and Liggins
gets a hold of that ball. It's going down.
Yeah, just got to get that downward, get on top of the ball. It's Dirksen once again. And the Paris Ladycats having trouble handling it. I think that from a pressure aspect, you're kind of seeing the opposite. Chisum came out a little bit slow, maybe thinking a bigger opponent. They're right up the road. You know, the community's watching, things of that nature. And then once they settled in, they were able to get rolling. And that, in turn, puts pressure on Paris.
Yeah, kind of made them shaking their boots a little bit.
And where Paris has had some really good fortune is, like you said, kind of those short dumps over the net. Everybody's expecting the hard hit. You've swung on it a few times, and that's what the defense for the Chisum Lady Mustangs gear up for. And then here's just this soft drop right over your outstretched arms, and there's not much you could do about it.
Yeah, that's the key to being a very versatile player, is being able to read the court and put the ball where everybody's not.
Or you can just swing for the fence and drill a hole in the court like Addie Bradbury just did.
That's always an option.
That's always, I know that was your favorite.
That was my favorite.
At the North Lamar community match that I was at this past weekend, I noticed that they had put up like career statistics outside in the hall, and the most career kills in North Lamar Pantherette history, none other
That would be me.
than Ashley McFatcher. 9-4, Chisum with the advantage. Bradbury sends it over. Liggins to Nelms, back to Liggins. Again, kind of, when you're in the middle of the court, it has to kind of make it difficult getting on top of the ball, getting that downward versus, of course, you got to have it long enough to get it over the net.
Oh, it absolutely does. You have to swing high enough to get over the net, but snap hard enough to get it to fall after the net.
And I think that's what happened to Beard on that last hit. And now the Chisum Lady Mustangs showing just why there's so much hype around them this season. Again, 12-4. And I believe all 4 of those losses, came in a tournament in Sanger, a 4A school where they played Saginaw out of 5A, Denton out of 5A, Fort Worth Dunbar out of 4A, Braswell, a 6A school that they beat in 3 sets, and then Gainesville, 4A. This is also kind of the part in a set where you would like to change the momentum if you're the Paris Ladycats. Set outside to Smith, and right idea, just couldn't quite, right idea, caught the ball coming down, but just couldn't quite get to the spot she needed to. Liggins to serve. Back set to Bradbury. From the other side, and this time Bradbury gets it to go. I tell you, we've seen, talk about Paris with the kind of dump sets and things of that nature, and Addie Bradbury has had no interest in that.
No, she takes a very big approach to follow with a big swing.
(13-6) is Chisum. Great defense and volleying going on. Nelms sends it over. Back set, great hit. Was it in? No. Paris takes that point on a fantastic volley from both sides. And that's the kind of thing that maybe can get the momentum to go the other way. You have some nice back and forth, some great digs. You kind of start to feel it, and if you win that point, it can get in the opponent's head a little bit. So let's see how Chisum responds. Pretty well. Pretty well. It'll be ball to serve for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. Doubling up Paris right now, 14-7. You always have to wait just a second, see if maybe someone got a touch on that ball, but it did go wide, well wide. Point goes over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs. Ball to serve once again. And that return service ended up just a little too close to the net for Paris to get it back over. Nelms sets to the outside, drilled into the net, and the Chisum Lady Mustangs up 10. And a timeout, 17-7. Chisum over Paris here on Game Day.
Ready to rep your school and your wallet?
I'm here to open a student account and score that sweet school debit card.
With no monthly fees, mobile banking, and a debit card that shows your school pride, our student account is built for your game plan.
Get in the game. Open yours today.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
And returning to the action here at Chisum, and there is a great block at the net, trying to get a number. It looks like that's Meyer, along with Smith. And what you'll notice when we're talking about the Chisum Lady Mustangs is lots of names being called out. I mean, it's truly a team effort for what they're able to accomplish. And just as we say that, it's Smith who takes a big swing. Set up by Ball on the other side. Smith again finds the floor. 19-7. Ball to serve. Set up by Nelms.
Oh, we got a touch call.
Yeah. It's not always easy to see the touch. Sometimes it's more about the trajectory of the ball. If that trajectory changes from the hit to the floor, then that's a lot of times when a touch can be determined as Nelms gets ready to set and serve. A fantastic serve. I don't know if this is what it's called in volleyball, but that, like a knuckleball that comes over the net.
So most of these serves they're serving are what we call float serves, and if you'll watch the ball, it moves a lot. Like if you're standing behind the ball, it moves side to side, and it's hard to read.
I think that was the case on Nelms' first serve. Chisum able to handle this one a little bit better, but Paris will end up with the point, 19-10. This is what you like to see coming out of a timeout. Get a little bit of a rally going. Nelms once again. And there's Bradbury, just a fantastic hit, but a great dig out by the Paris Ladycats, and they end up with the point. Really good defensively. You can see that top spin on the hit from Bradbury, dug out by the back row of the Paris Ladycats, and Nelms to serve once again. So kind of the opposite that time. You see the spin of the ball going the other way, and that's what causes it to sail. So this will be Smith.
I thought they didn't call a touch. They contemplated it.
But the point will go to the Chisum Lady Mustangs, and now Jazz. A great serve, just died over the net. Great job by Paris handling it. But I tell you, a big swing to the floor. I'm not sure I caught who that was, if it was Wheaton, perhaps?
I think it was Wheaton.
22-11. Chisum. Set up and a good swing that time from Titus. And good defense by the back row. And then Titus once again. And it was really impressive seeing how she gets up over that net.
That's one thing all Paris girls have done, as long as I can remember, is they jump. They jump out of the gym.
Oh, goodness gracious, Liggins. Not only a great swing, but great placement, puts it right in the corner.
She's finding that groove in that new position.
And they'll be expecting a lot out of her going forward, especially moving to a new position. She's one of the team leaders with 56 kills coming into this match here tonight. As Baird, nice serve. Great job by the Paris Ladycats.
Looked like they said Wheaton hit the antenna when she swung.
So you kind of have to believe that even though they're 3 points away, that you can get back into this one. It's a little unfortunate with the comment and the timing. That's okay, though. It happens.
It happens. You see how they fight back for it.
Absolutely, and they have. So on the other side, Bridges serve goes wide. And it'll be Titus rotating out. Serving will be Del Toro for the Paris Ladycats. And that's one of the first, what you would call a mistake that we've seen from the Chisum Lady Mustangs. They've really made Paris earn all the points. And one thing Chisum does well is respond. So we'll see on the back end of this set. And they get Paris to send it long, but they're going to say there's a touch.
That block touch.
And I saw you make the motion while I was talking. 23-17. Del Toro.
Oh, good save.
Nelms sets up Liggins.
They said there was no touch on the block.
Rotating in will be Crawford for the Chisum Lady Mustangs, and at 24, this is a set point. Nelms, and that'll do it. Chisum Lady Mustangs take the second set, and we will be right back with the third. They lead 2-0 over the Paris Ladycats here on Paris Game Day.
We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
Montgomery Moore. And although we've changed our name to Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Paris, one thing remains the same. Our dedication to taking care of customers and supporting our community will never change. Whether you're buying a car or getting one serviced, you'll see the same friendly faces and the same taking care of people experience. Come visit us in Paris, Texas, and see why Paris trusts Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Ready to rep your school and your wallet?
I'm here to open a student account and score that sweet school debit card.
With no monthly fees, mobile banking, and a debit card that shows your school pride, our student account is built for your game plan.
Get in the game. Open yours today.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
Ready for set number 3 between the Paris Ladycats in the house of the Chisum Lady Mustangs. Have high expectations for this season. 12-4 on the year. The Paris Ladycats 8-10 in Class 4A. And this thing started out with Paris out of the gate, jumping out to a lead in the first set. And then Chisum kind of settled in, got comfortable, got things rolling, got their swings going, and they have really catapulted ever since the beginning of that first set. So great job from Coach Nickerson and her girls. And by the way, if you are tuned in, especially on Facebook, you guys, give it a share. Let other people know that we're out here, that we are broadcasting this Lamar County Showdown, as the Chisum Lady Mustangs will serve to get it going. Nelm sets up, and Titus, big swing saved on the back row. They'll set her up again. This time just touches it over. Just kind of found a spot as Liggins tried to make a play for it. And the first point goes over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs. Ball once again with the service. Back row hit from Liggins. And then just kind of having to fight the ball off.
She looked like she tried to get away like it was going out, and she just couldn't get out of it.
Kind of get caught in between. You got to make the decision. Nelms sets up Titus. Titus, nice little push over the net.
Put that right over the block, make them all hit the floor.
And that's what you've got to do if you're the Paris Ladycats, is find a way to not let Chisum get going early. A fantastic serve from Nelms and a great save by Bradbury. She'll send it back over the net. Man, if you're watching these Chisum Lady Mustangs, points go over to the Paris Ladycats. Paris really made Chisum work for that defensively, diving all over the floor, and eventually ball found the hardwood. And just a great serve and an ace from Riley Nelms.
Looks like Coach Esch pointed out Chisum's weakness is that tip right over the block. It's 3 since they've come back into this set.
And Paris Ladycats, who did not lead in the second set, have a 3-2 lead here in the third. Back set, nice swing. Just able to get something on that ball to help her back row. Set for Titus. On the other side, Meyer. Great job from Del Toro on the back row defensively. Meyer will try it again, cross court.
That's a good spot to hit. It's hard to dig.
I think they're gonna Smith serving here. Set tied, 3-all.
Right back to the middle of that court.
Yeah, like you said, and you can see Coach Esch giving a nod and a clap like, yeah, we found something here.
Yep. The more you make them move.
And that's what coaching does. You got to find it while the game is going. And then on the other side, I think that was, trying to see if that was Logan or Wheaton. But nonetheless, if you can counter, and a big swing is always a good counter. Man, that's tough. There's just not a whole lot you can do with that one.
Got a little tied up there. That hitter moving backwards. It's hard to get out of the way sometimes.
5-4. Chisum, a couple of consecutive points to take the lead. Bradbury just pushes it over. Nice set. Let's see. They're going to say no touch, and it goes long.
That was a close one.
And if you're the Paris Ladycats, that's the kind of thing you're hoping kind of goes your way. And it's those borderline things that can be a little bit tough on you mentally as you continue going forward. And just like that, it's 7-4 as Chisum has won 4 straight points, 5 straight. And when Chisum starts feeling it, it's trouble. And timeout. That's a good one to call. 8-4 in the third set. The Chisum Lady Mustangs with the lead here on Game Day.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you are
back at Chisum, Lady Mustangs with the service, and Paris sends it back over from the back row. Caught the top of the net, helps it die on the floor.
It's a good point to come back from that timeout.
Absolutely great time to call the timeout. Come back, get that first point, get service going your way. And a nice service at that. Chisum does a great job fighting it out of the net. And this one long and out. Yeah, good job here by Paris. The timing of the timeout, coming out, getting a couple of points, getting your confidence back in this set.
Oh.
And that's tough. And then
That's a good block setup.
I think that was Wheaton. It was right in the direction of the standard that's in front of us, but nonetheless, Chisum has 3 or 4 girls that just have that great length and great technique. Lady Mustangs won the first 2 sets and looking to close this thing out in a sweep here. Paris Ladycats need to get it back over, and it won't get there. Just as we were talking about Paris regrouping after that timeout, I mean, how many times have we seen it tonight where Paris kind of starts to feel a little bit, 3 out of 4 points, and then Chisum just rallies and starts reeling them off.
It's a good read on that dump right there.
Looks like that one was outside the standard, perhaps. So service goes back over to the Paris Ladycats. Cora Cass, the senior, doing the honors. Handled by Bradbury, set up, outside hit, finds the floor for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. You haven't seen just Chisum change a lot in their game. They've had some bread and butter and they've stuck to it. And there's Bradbury with another huge swing. And I tell you what, it's kind of like, as entertaining as the big swings are, the spikes, the kills, Chisum defensively, I think, has been extremely impressive.
They're getting lots of touches.
Lots of touches, being able to dig off the floor, out of the net. As this point's going to go wide to the Paris Ladycats. But that's what we talk about when we say Chisum is well-rounded. It's not just a team who can beat the brains out of a volleyball. They move their feet. They're sound defensively. This one travels long. And the Paris Ladycats looking to scratch their way and claw back into this one. Chisum, meanwhile, looking to put the night to an end. Liggins. Bradbury will touch it over. And that's what we're talking about for the Chisum Lady Mustangs. You know, it's service, catches the net. You're disciplined enough to be patient and wait on it. It doesn't deter you. 14-9 for Bradbury serving. This time, kind of contact point on the ball. It was almost eye level with her whenever she got it, so not quite enough height on that one. On the other side, it'll be Severson, the freshman. She'll also put it in the net, but Severson's had a good night being moved up to the varsity. We've seen her defensively have some good moments as she takes a seat. Ball. Serving for Chisum. Set up for Liggins, who smokes it.
Did she move from a back row position?
Yes.
I can tell.
She seems pretty comfortable there, huh?
She does.
And that also gives Coach Esch, you know, just that much more versatility on her team. And Bradbury continues to impress. She's the kills leader for the Chisum Lady Mustangs this season, and you can see why. With each and every swing she puts on the ball. Smith to serve for the Lady Mustangs. Caught the net. And one thing about the Paris Ladycats, they haven't seemed discouraged at any point. Obviously, it's a tough one as Beard sends it out, 18-12. If they can clean up mistakes like that where they're kind of just giving points away, they'll be a competitive team. We've seen some really good things from Paris. Just Chisum making a lot less mistakes as I say that. Once again,
We've lost a lot. We've missed a lot of serves this game, both sides.
Del Toro to serve.
Making up for her teammates' missed serves with an ace here.
And the Paris Ladycats, man, they're right on the verge of being in this third set. Set to the outside, and again, Bradbury, she makes no bones about it. You know what's coming every time.
It's like she's lingering in the air,
Yeah.
waiting for that block to go down before she swings.
She's just like, here it is. See if you can stop it. Meyer.
Oh,
Trying to fight out of the stands for this one.
we got a whistle blow. They're saying she went out of bounds. It's a good play.
Yeah, tremendous effort. And so what was the call there?
Said he went out of bounds, so before the game set up, they tell them if they can play off the wall and stuff. I'm guessing this basketball line was considered their out-of-bounds
I
line.
gotcha. Okay. Like you say, you were telling me before the broadcast, there's been a lot of rule changes in volleyball, and I don't know how long that has been a rule to predetermine.
I think that's kind of to the ref's discretion.
Okay.
If you can play off the ceiling on your side, but you couldn't if it goes over.
That's interesting, because earlier there was a ball that hit high, hit a light fixture, and it was playable.
Yes. Most of the time, as long as it doesn't cross the net, that you can play it.
There's the freshman, Severson, notching the kill. 20-16, and Paris, if they can just get on a little bit of a run, they can extend the night. That is until Addie Bradbury happens.
Severson got up under it.
How hard is it to control? You're in position, ball's at you.
It's pretty hard. When you're swinging that hard and you're moving towards the ball, you've got to stop the momentum of yourself pushing the ball further on top of the force coming at you.
This has certainly ended up being the most competitive set of the night. And the Paris Ladycats showing no quit, and the Chisum Lady Mustangs just match everything they do. As Smith sends it cross court, great placement, great defense from Paris. And there's that energy. You can feel it from the crowd. They know that the Paris Ladycats are right there in this set. 21-18 is Liggins.
Trying to take Bradbury out of the swinging by making her pass. It was a big block.
And was that Smith? Yeah. And that's all about anticipation and timing, technique. And this point's going to go over to the Chisum Lady Mustangs. And just like we've said, as Paris takes a timeout, every time they inch closer, Chisum responds. 23-18, Lady Mustangs with the lead in the third set here on Game Day.
Montgomery Moore, and although we've changed our name to Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Paris, one thing remains the same. Our dedication to taking care of customers and supporting our community will never change. Whether you're buying a car or getting one serviced, you'll see the same friendly faces and the same taking care of people experience. Come visit us in Paris, Texas, and see why Paris trusts Moore Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
And back after the timeout. Teams didn't really need much time. They went over there, said a word or two, and sent them back to the court. And the Chisum Lady Mustangs come up with a point there. And now Bradbury to serve with match point. And the night on the line as Riley Nelms
looks like the Chisum coaches were contemplating if that was a lift. And
I think Riley herself was kind of contemplating. You see her kind of peeking up at the ref.
Yeah.
Smith sends the serve back over. Great swing on the outside. That Carson Rancher put some power behind that one, and Spring it, really not much she could do with it. And Smith sends this one out. And the Paris Ladycats need 3 points to extend the set. And Severson can't get it over the net, and that's going to do it. 25-21 is how the third set ends. And the Chisum Lady Mustangs win this one tonight in 3 straight. We appreciate each and every one of you tonight for tuning in to our first broadcast on Paris Game Day. For Ashley McFatridge, Reed Preston, Zach Doty, producers, camera crew, Ava Langley, Jordan Wise, Brittany Young, I'm Stephen Johnston. Good night, everyone.